Sierra 165.
Now 2's on ground. Badgers ground, Skyhawk 4620 Papa. South ramp with information Sierra. VFR departure to the west practice area at 2,000 feet. And I'm keep my taxi light on, letting everyone know I'm ready to taxi. Give a quick brake check. Now squeeze the top of your pedals.
Ship Papa semi.
Alright, your brakes work. I have got the controls. I'm going to get us away from the expensive stuff, and then I'm going to let you have the controls.
We don't need to break nothing.
No.
Not today, not today.
No, sir. Alright, you've got the controls. So leave this alone. This doesn't do anything on the ground. A little off rudder, so let's not break my friend's airplane there.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, so let's just keep it going straight. We're in the non-movement area, so we don't need permission to move around here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come over here. This is the Lima 2 taxiway. This is where we stop him. A little break. Let's go for a little break and slow down. We're going to stop because he's taking a little while to get to us. Alright. A little bit more break. Let's bring it to a stop.
Squawk 20 Papa departure fix 120.3, squawk 0227.
Okay, 120.30227, ready to taxi, Lima 2.
Squawk 8 Papa Golf, how long to you ready?
Oh, my dude, come on. Killing me.
4620 Papa. Runway 4 right, taxi via Lima Echo.
Okay, 4 right via Lima Echo, 20 Papa, thanks. Alright, Lima and Echo. So the yellow sign is Lima.
Yep.
Black is Lima 2, that's where you are.
Yep.
Give it a little left rudder, let's hang it left to go down Lima 2. Alright, leave that alone. That doesn't do shit on the ground. It doesn't do nothing. Look, watch me. It does nothing. There you go.
Heavy. All it was.
I know it's muscle memory from the car that you drove on the way out here to the airport. So I have you guys not touch this for the first few times that we taxi. If we need to move it, I'll move it. And after you're used to leaving it alone and not staring with it, then I'll let you apply the crosswind controls that we need to the flight controls. Alright, keep us on the yellow line, follow the yellow brick road. He said Lima Echo, yellow Echo, black Lima.
Release time is 59, our time now 47.
Echo, hang away.
59 to 5071, and we are ready to taxi with information Sierra.
Yeah, see how it doesn't want to go? Little right brake, and that'll kind of tighten it up a little bit. I'm helping you.
There we go. Roger, this full position, I get you going here shortly.
Nice job.
5071, we'll hold it here.
Nice job. Alright, what we're going to do, there's a run up there. We're going to check in over there. And when the time comes, I'll take the controls. Just head into that little run-up pad. See the little parking lot here? Alright, I got the controls. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put us way in the corner in case someone else wants to come run up. I'm trying to leave room for at least a couple other airplanes here. It's just kind of the neighborly thing to do. Alright. Here we go. Give it a little kick, give it a little brake. Now I try to get the nose wheel centered before I let the airplane come to a stop. It makes it easier to get the plane rolling again. Alright, here we are at the run-up area. And we're ready to do our before takeoff set. Parking brake is set. I'm going to go ahead and set that. I'm still going to hold it. I don't trust any parking brake. I still back it up with my feet. Guys, our seat backs, they're up and erect. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
Very good. Cabin doors closed and locked. So I kind of lean against it gently, making sure it's okay. Flight controls free and correct. We checked those before we went out, but it always makes good sense to check them again. Tops are good. You see your thumbs? They should always point to the up aileron when you turn. See, that one's up, that one's down, that one's up, that one's down. Alright. Runners are also flight controls. Make sure it goes all the way to the stop, each side. Cabin doors closed, flight controls free and correct. Flight instruments, I got 0 straight and level. 3021 gives me field elevation, I got 0 VSI. That says 310, that says 310, and no turn. The quantity is checked. We have the amount of fuel that I thought we had. Mixture rich. Fuel select, recheck that. Throttle's going to come up to 1800 RPM and do a magneto check. It has dual ignition systems called magnetos. I don't know how familiar you are with those. But there's two sets of spark plugs, and what we're going to do is we're going to check each system's ability to individually run the engine. Now we're only working on half our systems. Still runs. Back to bow, looks good. Over the other one, hey, that looks great. All right, with the engine up like this, we're checking our vacuum, we're checking our amps, we're checking our oil temperature, oil pressure, checking our fuel flow, looks good. We still got fuel in our tanks like we said. I'm gonna take the throttle, bring it back all the way to idle. That's just to make sure that when we idle the engine, it stays running. Hey, it does. Fantastic. I'm gonna put the throttle right back to 1,000 RPM. Let's make sure I got it all.
Between the parallel,
check, check engine, meter on, check, nunciator panel, that's this guy up here. Hey, it works. So, if something goes wrong, they would light up here. So what I'm doing, I'm testing, make sure they're not burned out.
A2 cross runway.
Alright, that doesn't have GPS running. Looking out the window, we don't have well, the autopilot is off. We do have an autopilot in this one, it is off. Manual electric trim, we don't have in this one. Elevator trim tab is set. On the takeoff position, wing flaps on, come up for takeoff. The short field work, we use 10 degrees. Brakes will come off.
Hotel outfit number 50.
And the transponder will automatically come up when it's time. I'm switched over to radio number 1. 1's on tower, and departure standing by. And I'm going to say, Badger's Tower, Skyhawk 462, Sierra Papa, we're ready for departure. Runway full right.
462 Sierra Papa, Badger's Tower, rudder, hold short of full right.
Hold short of full right, 2 Sierra Papa. Alright, he said hold short. The hold short means you got to stay on this side of the hold short line and the red sign.
Yep.
2 Sierra Papa, wind calm, runway full right, clear for takeoff, and turn left on course.
Clear for takeoff, full right, left on course, 2 Sierra Papa. Alright, unfortunately, it is time to close the air conditioners. That's okay. I'm going to get us some, air flowing here through these vents. Alright, coming around the corner, clear final. Got my strobes on, got my landing and taxi on, got my lav lights on. Everybody can see me. Lined up with 4, that's the runway that we said 4 right. Here's what we do, smoothly advance the power. As I advance the power, it's going to try to take a left on me, so I'm held in right rudder. Remember those turning factors we talked about with the propeller?
Yep.
They're at play right now. So you can see I'm applying left rudder.
Yep.
Right rudder. A little bit of back pressure on the elevator. There's 55, so pitch the nose up, and we're flying. And I keep my hand on the throttle because vibrations can make the throttle work out.
Okay.
To where it would be producing less than full power. So if I'm taking my hand off the throttle, it's only for a second or two. There's the bumps we were talking about.
Yep.
Bird. So keep an eye out for anything that if we hit would be bad, which is pretty much anything. So eyes outside 99% of the time. All the stuff that can kill you is outside the airplane. The birds are outside the airplane, the other airplanes are outside the airplane. I'm going to take the departure. Oh, departure, 2 Sierra Papa, we'll talk to you a bit. Battery departure, Skyhawk 462 Sierra Papa, 700, climbing 2000.
Skyhawk 462 Sierra Papa, battery departure, radar contact, and we got a guy going to the West Park area as well. Do you want to play with him, or do you want to go somewhere by yourself?
That's company traffic, we know about each other.
Over 2 Sierra Papa, roger, resume your own navigation.
Oh, nav, thanks, 2 Sierra Papa. Alright, and we're not going to go very far. We're just going to go over there.
44 on your battery.
So I'm going to give you the airplane. I'm going to let go of the controls. So you have got the controls. Now see if the nose immediately went that way. We give it some right rudder. And that'll stop that. Alright, that's a little high with the nose. To get the nose a little bit lower. There you go.
Turn heading 250.
Heading at 250.
Just think easy pressures on the controls. Don't think in terms of moving the controls. And that's where my simmers have problems. Is that they have to move, there's no feedback in the sim. There's no pressure, it's just a spring that centers them. And I've got a sim set up at my house too, so I know, I get paid to fly airplanes. And when I do the money they give me, I report my
Sorry, traffic at your 1 o'clock and 10 miles, CRJ 9, 3000.
It's going to be a little more right rudder. Just a little bit, there you go.
And Blue Streak 5131, traffic 11 o'clock, 9 miles, experimental aircraft light 6.
Eyes outside.
1,700 feet.
The dangerous thunderstorms, they're outside the airplane.
We're looking Blue Streak.
Mountains, we have mountain mountainous terrain, the towers. You see those smokestacks over there? If you hit those, it'll kill you. Here's a Shawnism.
490, clear visual.
Only kill you is outside the airplane.
1.45 kilo.
The only thing that can kill you in here is you. You looked at yourself in the mirror this morning, so you don't need to look at you. So eyes outside the airplane, please.
Commuter.
Alright, this is going to go that way.
Proceed the
Back the airplane over that way. There you go. And by anytime deflected, the airlines were deflecting the rudder with it.
Direct go set and send it 3,000. I think you're
Coming up on 2,000, so as we
Commuter 42,
reaches 2,000, we're just going to put a little forward pressure in there and let the airplane speed up. We're going to keep the power in.
Okay.
We always level off by keeping the power in.
Okay.
Because that isn't fast enough. We want to go fast. We're getting the airplanes to go fast.
And the low nose,
you're doing awesome.
The traffic at 1 o'clock.
As we speed up, you're going to have to
going over you at 3,000.
We'll probably have the Travis.
River 14 on Charlie, Roger, caution, wing turbulence.
And we'll put a little down trim in there. Gonna help you. Alright.
5131, you're going to be going over that aircraft momentarily. He's at 1,500 feet factor for you.
Nice.
You have the airport
job. Alright, we're getting a little high, so you can lower that nose just a little bit more.
Cruise 5130,
Our speed is coming up, so we're going to pull your back. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back.
5,800 feet, clear for approach to runway 4 left.
Back on the throttle, back right there.
4 to
That's 2,300 RPM. That's the cruise setting. It's good to use. And because we want to save a little gas for later,
Harvard 14 or Charlie, contact out 1.45. See you later.
What the big...
1845.
and that's going to keep us from sending more fuel through the engine than it can really burn.
Okay.
Now on takeoff, we like to send more fuel through the engine than it can realistically burn, because that evaporating fuel running through the engine, that unburned fuel, helps cool the engine. And so it helps it get cool, stay cool, and not get damaged, and not have detonation of the fuel-air mixture, and that sort of thing. But once we're in cruise flight, we're not making max power, we can go ahead and get rid of that excess fuel. We do that through the mixture control.
Blue Streak 5131, contact tower 18.45. See you later.
Over to tower, good day, Blue Streak 5131.
Now, we like to do a lot of our training out here on the west side of the river. You see all these awesome fields. If anything happens and the little engine calls in quit, calls in sick for the day, we've got a bunch of places that we can land, and I'm pretty sure Uber will come out here and pick us up and take us to the bar.
Departure number 5071.
So we have lots of good options. If anything happens to our little engine,
radar contact.
we're still close enough to the airport. If something goes wrong, we can duck back in real quick. If the weather starts moving in, we're not going to get caught out really far.
Number 5071.
The approach controllers are still seeing us
Bravo traffic at
and talking to us, so we're kind of keeping an eye on us. And if someone gets close to us, they're going to say, hey, we got to turn this way, come big climb down, let's see whatever.
Northeastbound, currently at 1,700, climbing to 6.
Looking for traffic temperature. This is really, we have a really good airspace system. The controllers are really good to work with. We've really got a good setup here at BTR. This is a great place to learn to fly. Some of the people are dealing with really complex airspace, and they spend half their lesson dodging airspace just to get to somewhere they can practice. As you see, 5 minutes, we're across the river. There are 2 different grass runways in our west practice area, so that if something happens and we need to get down right now. We're right over one of it. No factor. We're right over a grass strip. There is a shorter crop duster strip that is right that way. You see some little buildings over there. You can barely see them about halfway to the horizon. That is a crop duster strip. And I'm sure they wouldn't mind if something happened to us and we had to get down quick.
I would hope they
November 197 Bravo Zulu, contact Houston Center on 120.97.
Alright, 12097 Bravo Zulu. I don't see anyone. The area is clear. We're trying to make it a turn to the right. Give it some right aileron and a little right rudder with it. Aileron together, roll it on over. Now remember, anytime we bank the airplane over, we got to add a little bit of
November 20, copy. You're inching towards my final. Can I get you to start your right turn to the north?
Just started, 20 pop.
Now, when you're in the turn, let go of the rudder?
You keep at the right, you keep a little bit in.
Okay.
Now the left, you do let go. So let's try a turn to the left. So we'll roll out, easy on the that's a little too much rudder. There you go. We roll in with the rudder, and then when we neutralize the ailerons, we can neutralize the rudder.
Okay.
Hey, you're doing a great job.
Meter 4259 to 6.
You're doing a fantastic job. All right, so turn back to the right.
To 59. All the way?
Gonna hang a right. All right, nice job on that. You're flying like someone who's had a few hours of training, and a lot of my sim guys that come in are really able to jump in, and after they kind of get the feel for it, are able to do a really competent job. And you were not disappointed.
71, contact Houston or 126.
You're doing a really good job. All right, let's roll wings level.
71, good day.
The airport's right back over that way. We don't want to get too close.
4259 Baton Rouge at your 11 o'clock and 15 miles.
We'll just take you to the approach, and we'll call it from there. We're just doing some training today.
So you're crawfish eater?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Meter 4259, roger, turn left heading up 110.
You mean right 110?
All right, let's try to make a little climb, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to push the mixture forward. Just kind of push that forward.
Thank you.
Right here. Just slide it forward. Ease it forward. There you go. Go ahead. Push it over again. There you go. Not gonna hurt anything. All right, let's push the elevator. Yeah, no. Let's push the throttle in and give it a little right rudder as we ease back on the elevator. Go ahead and push the throttle in, nice and smooth. Take it over again.
Bravo, you direct lakefront, correct?
There you go. Awesome. Nice job with the right rudder. Nice job. And you see how we have to hold that right rudder. Let go of the right rudder. Watch what the nose does. Did you let go of the rudder?
I did.
Oh, man. And see the ball's out a little bit. There you go, put it right back in. But you see how the nose moves relative to the clouds? Now let go of it and watch what the nose does. You see the nose scoots. A lot of times you can tell that you've mismanaged your rudder by just watching the clouds scoot relative to the nose. All right, now let's keep the ball centered, keep it coordinated. We do not.
Just here, Papa, do you have the other EF 8 Echo Papa in sight?
Yeah, he's over at our around 9 o'clock or so, right?
Correct.
We got it. All right. There we go. Let's just level off here. So lower the nose again. Let the speed build up. Let's go ahead and lower the nose. Needs to be a little lower, little lower, little lower. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it pitching on over,
Meter
pitching on over.
4259, Takeoff from Go South, turn left heading of 070, maintain
And as it speeds up,
on the final.
there it is. You can put 2300 RPM back in there.
All right, left,
Tachometer's right there.
070, clear the
Come on back.
RNS.
It takes a little bit more than you think it would. And you get kind of nervous about getting rid of your power. Well, there we go. All right.
Read approach.
Let's try a descent, okay? So we should put the throttle back to get 1500 RPM. We're going to raise the nose a little bit.
Lakefront, I was curious whether you're back
Speed down, okay? Just raise the nose, a little bit of left rudder. I'll let you do that. It's
Pushing you to the left here shortly, and you can just make
Raise nose a little higher for me.
request with them.
There you go. Once the speed comes down to about 90 knots, hold nose up, let that speed get down. Once speed gets down to 90 knots, we're just going to trim for 90 knots. Release the back pressure. It should stabilize pretty close to 80, 90 knots.
Meter 4259, contact tower 18.5.
And that's how I make a descent. Back at 2,000. About 50 feet ahead of time, just ease that power back up to 2,300 RPM for me.
Okay.
And let's make a left turn while we're doing this. There you go. Good job. I can feel the rudder moving under my feet, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. All right, 50 feet ahead of time. Let's add the power back in. At 2,300 RPM. Real good job. All right. Just enjoy the view. There's a lot of cool stuff to see up here.
Approach, Bonanza 72121, 9,000. Bonanza 72121, Baton Rouge approach, Baton Rouge altimeter 3017. 3017, Bonanza 121. Series 3, Victor Bravo, contact on the approach.
It's real high, huh?
Have a good day.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that.
25.5, 3 Victor Bravo, thanks for your help.
I bet you could catch a catfish down there too.
Another good lunch.
The most important thing a pilot needs to know is where the good places are to eat around the airport. So we have an entire hour ground school dedicated to the great places to eat speed around the airport. Not really.
Tony's right down.
I'm not going to charge you for that. I'm going to pay that for free. All right, man. The airplane's yours, so just enjoy. You know how to climb, descend, turn. That's what I'm simulating by taking the engine to idle. We're just going to hold our altitude.
Perfect.
And just hold our altitude and let our speed get down to about 68 knots. 68 is our best glide speed.
Okay.
Look how long we're staying up before we even... There we go, there's 68. Once we get 68 and we're trimmed for it, now I can look for a place to land. Look, this is not a big deal.
Right.
You see how stable the airplane is? I'm not even. It's just going to sit here and kind of, it'll lean right and then it'll go left, but it's pretty much just going to stay going mostly the way we want it to. This is I mean, it's an emergency, but this is really not something that we're not going to have time to deal with.
Right.
There's a procedure for recranking the engine. Fuel on both, shut off valve in, mixture rich, fuel pump on, magnetos check. And that's all the different stuff that we as pilots could have mismanaged to get us here. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of opportunities to fix the engine and get it running again. And even if we can't, you see we've got time to really have our choice of these fields to land in. There's plenty of just really good roads through these fields that we can set up and we can land in. I mean, how long has it been since I pulled the engine? 2 minutes, maybe?
Yeah.
A bit. We're still 1,200 feet.
Yeah.
But it's really, some people are nervous about training in a small plane with just one engine, but as you can see, if you just plan where you're going to have the airplane prudently, you can really minimize that risk. All right, I'm going to put the power back in. And with great power comes great right rudder. That's an ancient bit of wisdom. Confucius, Buddha, some great philosophers said with great power comes great right rudder. Alright, I'm going to retrim it so that you don't have a out of trim airplane. You've got the controls again. It may need a little bit of trim. I'm off them. It is about time for us to start heading back toward the airport. Okay. The airport's back over that way.
Yep, I can see the mini dome.
Alright, that's what we use. So head for the mini dome, that's what we do. Going back in from this direction. That's how we find the airport, look for the dome. Approach 4620 Papa, inbound for landing, full stop.
20 Papa, 0 navigation for straight and runway 4 left. You can contact Tower 18.45, Tango is still current.
Straight and full left, and we'll call the tower. 20 Papa, you have a good one. Vantage Tower Skyhawk 4620 Papa, inbound 4 left.
We're 4620 Papa, Vantage Tower, wind calm, runway 4 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 4 left, 20 Papa. Alright, excuse me. We're cleared to land on 4 left.
Why did he clear you so far? Well, we're not that far, but we're still a good minute.
His planning in his mind, he knows we're the next one to hit the runway.
Okay.
And it's going to be clear for us, but by the time we get there.
Okay.
That's what. It's not uncommon to get in the jet. We'll get clear to land sometimes 10, 15 miles out. All right. Alrighty. Vent check power is good. Mixture coming full rich. Altimeter set. Now GPS back here. About fuel still on both. We'll get the flaps out in just a second before landing. Our seats are up. Yeah, miss the bird, please. Our seats are up. Belts are on. Fuel on both. Mixture rich. Landing taxi's on. Autopilot is off. The full landing checklist is completed. Our descent checklist is completed. Alright. So we're landing on only full left, which is the big one that's kind of pointed to the that way.
Yeah.
So if we kind of go over Harding Boulevard, but just a little to the left of it, kind of halfway between Harding and the Dome, that's going to set us up just where we need to be. And about the time we get over those blue roofs, we're going to set the plane up for landing. So we'll go 1,500 RPM, raise the nose, give it a little left rudder, and when we get there. Not now.
My bad.
Let's get down to 1,000 feet.
Okay.
That's our traffic pattern altitude around here. Actually 1070. But use 1,000, 1,100. Alright, just hold this right here. Head for the blue roofs. I'm going to talk you through it, okay?
Okay.
And once it kind of starts looking like it's going sideways on us, I'm going to take the controls and I'll go ahead and get on the ground. You're doing really well for your first time in the airplane. I'm not lying. You're doing well.
They say don't pull my chain like that. Don't pull my chain.
I know. All my sim guys, all the guys that do spend a lot of time simming, they really do well. Alright, let's go 1,500 RPM, raise nose a little bit, give it a little left rudder. Alright, raise the nose a little bit higher. A little higher with the nose, high. There we go, flaps coming 10. Alright, release that back pressure and the speed should stabilize on about 80 knots. Alright, let's get lined up to the runway, so let's hang a right. Alright, pull just a little bit of power off, pull the nose up just a little bit, and slow down some. We're going to raise the nose, pull a little bit of power, do that together, so we can get down below 85 knots. There we go, flaps coming 20. Alright. Now, just point the airplane down at the runway. Alright, pull a little bit of power out, because we're going to speed up. Nose down. This is a descending maneuver. We cannot land up in the air, so we got to bring the airplane down. Alright, we like to be lined up with the runway and right on the center line. More flaps coming. Alright, pull all that throttle out because we're good. We got enough energy to make the runway. Alright, looking good. Right over the center line. Alright, the nose is pointed to the left, kick it to the right with the rudder. Right rudder, left aileron. Right rudder, left aileron, hold the nose off. I got the controls, I'm with you, I'm helping you, okay? We're going to hold the nose off. Hold the nose off. Oh, there we go. There's the landing. And we're going to hold this back pressure that we used to get the plane down. We're going to keep holding it throughout the landing roll. And as we add a little brake, bring it to a nice smooth stop. That landing was about
2 Sierra Papa, turn right Bravo, cross 4 right, taxi, contact ground.
Okay, right on Bravo, cross 4 right, call ground, 2 Sierra Papa. That landing was about 50% you, about 50% me, okay?
Could have been better.
Oh, for your first time, man, I normally don't let my Discovery Flight guys take it that far to the ground. So I would have taken control earlier. Alright, landing light off, strobe light off, mixture's coming about halfway out, keeps bowing our spark plugs up. He did instruct us to cross 4 right, so right's clear, left's clear, and we're cleared to cross. And he said call ground, 121.9, once we get on the other side. Here we are on the other side. That is ground, Sky 462 Sierra Papa on Bravo for Lima 2.
November 4620 Papa Baton Rouge ground test part via Bravo Lima 2.
Bravo Lima 2, 20 Papa, thanks, sir.
November 62 Whiskey Alpha. Go ahead.
I'm taking a break. You don't need me anymore.
Ground 19,
You got this.
Roll 5 bar to Pensacola.
November 62 Whiskey Alpha cleared to Mike Uniform Chicago Airport via radar guide.
How is it?
Direct Sierra, Quebec,
That's right here.
then direct destination.
That's what we want to hear.
5,000, expect
Got a little bit of gas.
410 south of departure. Departure frequency 120.3, squawk 7342.
Alright, stand with your feet. We're going to keep it on the yellow line. All the rudder. Right rudder all the way, and then give it a little right brake. Going to help us. There you go. That is it. And then start taking it out. Go the other way with it a little bit.
And November Whiskey Alpha, the squawk was 7342, rest of your readback was correct.
There you go. Alright, now go that way. You see the rudder is connected to the nose wheel via springs. It's not like hard
Niner, for golf. Clear to Papa, November Airport via
scoot the nose wheel over that position. Okay, so it's not instant, it's not immediate, it's not right. I got the
190, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.3.
Sometimes the hardest part is hitting the parking spot. Oh man, so I'll put those chocks where I was going to park it. Oh man, I'll park it here. I try to park in the furthest down spot so it's easier for the next person to get in. But someone left the chocks there when they left, so they're going to have to deal. Alright. A little flow for shutting the airplane down. Okay. We say lights, music, mixture, mags, master. So the lights are coming off. That's my taxi light, nav light, stoves, everything but my beacon. Lights, music is the radios. Radios are avionics. Lights, music.
Mags. Master. Did it. Did it. And there's kind of a little miniature condensed version of a flying license.